Guys, how's everybody doing today? Just wanted to come on here real quick. I was down at the beach this morning and it was foggy, but still beautiful. It was a good reset for me to go down there. But I ran into this woman that I've talked to before, and we got on the subject of I was talking about certain things that she had known about one of my dogs that I had to put to sleep. And then I was telling her about the situation that I had to put another dog down. And so she knew about those. And she had met these other dogs because she goes down there with her husband. She's an older lady. She's 70. I found that out today. And so we were just talking about, I told her the reasoning why I thought the situation happened with Logan. And I told her that, this is my interpretation of what happened and why I needed to, start connecting with my new dog that I just got. I've had her for, it'll be 2 years in April, if you can believe that. But we were just talking about, I said, I have God in my life 24/7. I don't need to go to church. I don't need to go to Bible study. I worship God 24/7. And I'm not pushing God on anybody. And I just told her the whole situation that happened with my other two dogs. And I told her the reason why it happened. And I had told her that my contractor back in the Midwest, I was talking to him 4 or 5 months ago. It's been probably 6 months ago now. And I was telling him, and he's very much a Christian. He goes to Bible study, goes to church. He's very much and I was telling him about the situation that happened with my dog back in May. And I said, this is my interpretation of why it happened, and that I believe that this is what God did, and I believe it was for a reason. There was a reason behind it. And he quoted a verse out of the Bible that was the exact same thing that I did. He goes, you of all people that don't read the Bible, don't go to church, you just worship God 24/7 like I do, and you don't push it on anybody. But I just tell people that are open to it, I will talk to them about. But it's just interesting how this lady she believes, I don't know what her stance is on God. I think she believes in God, but she doesn't go to church. She doesn't go, but she's telling me that, oh my God, our country's just going to hell and blah, blah. So I knew where she was going. She goes, there is so much hate in this country. Mind you, I'm not saying that at all. So I knew where she was going. And so I was just listening to her, how much she hates this certain person, she hates this other person. They're just evil, awful people. I can't believe they're doing this to our country. And I just listened to her. And I responded and I said, do you think the people in California that are heading up California, do you think they're helping? Do you think that their way is the better way of doing things? And I name names, but I'm not going to name names on this because I don't want, you people that know what I'm talking about. And I just looked at her and I said, after she went on, she didn't want to talk about or even know the facts or even know what's going on in California and how our representatives are treating us and they're doing it for the evil people that they're hiring and all that other stuff. So I looked at her and I said, I hate to say this to you, but you're the hater. You're presenting hate. You're the one you sit there and tell me how much hate there is in this world. And I said, it's you I said, did I ever go to that point of talking about hatred? I talked about God. I talked about positivity. I talked about what God's done for me. And you told me that you needed to go to church because you just hate these two people that are just destroying our country. When you don't even want to talk about the other people that were in there that destroyed our country. But you don't want to talk about that. You don't want to talk about anything. Are you that blindsided and one-sided, one-way street? Sounds to me like. And she looked at me and she goes, so I kind of said it that way, and I said, we don't need to talk anymore because we're not going to get along. Now, I never told her anything about anything else of what I thought. I just presented the facts on her side of that she thought that the country was so wonderful the last 4 years. And because I'm not going to sit here and argue with ignorance. And that's all this is. This person's very ignorant. You know, I said, I have lived in California for a very long time. I've lived in South Orange County for a very long time. And I know what these people have done because I used to go to San Francisco. I used to be up in the Bay Area with visiting my friends up there. And I know what those people have done to those areas. And so I kind of changed the subject because I didn't want to talk to this person. But this person was also, I don't think it's something you can convince these people, because if they haven't seen what the last 4 years has done to you know, and I had to remind her, I said 18,500 businesses permanently closed in California because of the pandemic. And I said, if you don't think that's destroying people's lives, and that happened in the 3 years that we were going through this bullshit. And I said, so we don't need to talk about this. And I automatically started talking about that I got to get going, because I was running late anyway. I wasn't really running late. I just wanted to make that my excuse. And, you know, I just don't understand these people. You know, they want to sit there and say that there's so much hate, and they're producing the hate, not the people that are opening up people's eyes on the corruption that's going on. And that's another thing I said to her. I said, so you think hate is exposing stuff that you think, you know, as a senior citizen that's 150 years old should still be getting their Social Security benefits? And that was before, when I kind of wanted to, well, I wanted to stop talking, but I just had to remind her. And she looked at me and kind of looked away, and I thought, well, maybe if I plant a seed that she might think that. I said, that's not hate. That's saving us money. So if you think destroying the country by saving us money, you know, and she wasn't, I don't think that she's very far. I think she's more middle ground on being blue. But I don't understand these people that don't want to be educated on the facts of what's went on the last 4 years, and they think everything was fine. I live in reality, and I see what's going on, and I think a lot of these people that are spreading the hate go around either on blinders, or they don't want they don't want them to think that anything bad's going to come off out of the blue. And so they want to sit there and listen to what the news is not said about certain things. So, and I could tell that she probably watches the news. And I said, you need to stop watching the news. And I said, you know what? You thinking you need to go to church because you have so much hatred. You have so much hatred because of you think that they're destroying the country, which they're not. And, you know, everybody else can interpret it the way they want to. But, you know, this was one of the first experiences that I've had that's been actually not a bad experience, but I don't think I got through to this person. She says, I just, you know, we were talking about age, and I said, you know, I'm not that old, but I am getting up there. And she asked me how old I was. She goes, oh my God. She goes, I thought you were like in your early 40s. And I'm like, well, maybe you should go to the eye doctor and get your eyes checked, because I don't know what 57 is supposed to look like, and I'm not 57 yet, but I'll be 57 this year. So anyway, that being said, I just wanted to end this and talk about my experience down and I normally don't talk to people, but I've talked to this person several times, and she's loved my dogs, and she's known my dogs, and because I've seen her multiple times. I've probably seen her probably 10 times in the last 5 years that I've been going down there. So probably probably the last 10 years. So anyway, I mean, it's just so funny how people think that all these people that are doing right by our country are hatred. They're just hated. They're hated so bad. And do these people not realize, and that's my whole thing, do these people not realize they're the ones that are promoting hate? Because I didn't talk to anything about what was going on in the country, because I don't want to. There's no reason to. They just need to do their work. I'm going to kind of keep updates on what they're doing and leave it at that. That's why they were elected. So anyway, that's my thought on that. Let me know what you think about the hatred thing, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.